My Hero Academia
Next on the
Vigilantes,
agenda,
Season 2,
let's
Episode
discuss
12.
All Might's action plan
All
for the
Might
upcoming quarter.
Tower.
Everyone, please look at the materials in the shared folder. As you'll see,
This doesn't suit All Might at all. Wait a minute. All Might is a worker at his own company? He has a job? That is an incredible waste of time. Why? Very likely I just forgot, but this is new information, no? Why is this man in meetings? I guess this is like a Clark Kent type cover, but like, this is not where he belongs. That aside, it is interesting to see the team, because yeah, All Might Industries, that is a huge undertaking. It's a lot of employees.
Mr. Yagi, please put your phone on silent during meetings.
Right.
Something a little bit frustrating about this.
I gotta use the restroom.
Come on.
Come on, just stop. Just stop this whole thing. He's probably so relieved. So relieved. Thank God.
What was that?
Anything but this meeting. But also, yeah, it's a real emergency and, you know, we need All Might here.
No, we're losing
It actually is
control.
insane what has happened. Or what could happen here. This is a cataclysmic event. Holy whoa.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he like broke the thing
This
in half.
catastrophe
Maybe
was
there's
a
some
done deal
time.
from the beginning. Even heroes can't fight against fate. No one but a real god can save you now.
Well, about that, you called? All Might just sneezed somewhere. Or, I mean, he sneezed in the hallway of his office where he works at his normal job. I can just imagine how those board meetings go because he's such a timid guy that he's pitching these ideas for All Might as literal All Might that end up getting shot down by management. Corporate All Might hates actual All Might's ideas. Pipe down, Mr. Yagi. Oh no, I missed an opportunity to say, where are you going? Gotta go pee? Okay, don't fall in. Bye. I've been waiting for a chance to say that for like 10 episodes, but I keep forgetting. That and in Invincible, I missed the chance to say that's brisk, baby, and I've been waiting to say that too. Deus Ex Machina. Really letting us know beforehand. Episode 25, This is a Hero. Typically identified by a forced conclusion, a narrative contrivance. I appreciate the honesty. All Might Ex Machina. Not that, like, anybody would complain about that ever.
Makoto! Sukuchi, what was that noise?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the schedule?
I mean, it's still, it's upright. It's, I mean, at an angle, but it's at an upright angle.
Did you stop anywhere?
This really
before
puts it
you
in
came
perspective,
back?
doesn't it?
No.
You're telling
Their
the
age difference is
truth.
bigger than I thought.
No, you know I love you more than anything else. But do you love me as much as I love you?
This is scary. I mean,
Cut it
thankfully
out.
the answer is
It's
yes.
rude to ask leading questions like that.
That's not what's rude, especially from a kid. What's rude is that she's using her powers on you. You know what this reminds me of in a bizarre way? Kalua's sister. You know, like the devil one. The one who does bad things to people for unsatisfactory answers. They got the same dark eyes, too.
What if she picks up an answer she doesn't want? No one wins.
Sure, but let her have some fun.
Let people have their own privacy of their thoughts. What else do we have? We only have so much in life, you know? That's such a sacred thing. For all the effort we put into life, for all the things we have to take care of and maintain, and social rules and life navigation, can I just have my thoughts? Like, can I just be safe in my own mind? Can I be allowed to think anything? If you think about it, right? If we reduce things to things we really know we have in a sort of Descartes, I think, therefore I am style, that you can guarantee. It might just come down to your cognition and your agency, your ability to think and act. No material things are guaranteed. No one else's love is guaranteed. You and your thoughts and your actions. Fundamentally, maybe those are the tools. This is one of the reasons why it's such a tragedy to give up agency willingly, right? Like that classic I had no choice, or to over narrativize ways you've been victimized or whatever, because that means less responsibility to face difficult things, which I guess is the cost of agency. I don't know, maybe that sounds depressing, but I think it's a beautiful thing that we have that. You know, at least we have those things. I say that to say, I absolutely understand not wanting to have your thoughts invaded. It maybe could fall into that category of dark power that we've seen in the show before, just emotionally, since there's no lethality to it. Alternatively, tell your sister you love her, you know? Makoto, you don't need to read my mind for that. You know I love you. Boom.
I just want to know if you love me.
Mako,
Of course I love you.
look, if you're gonna make me answer, then no.
That's maybe not it. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you would regret at this moment.
Please, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, it's okay, understandable.
You hate me.
Surely you reconciled this mistake all these years later? Maybe he didn't.
No, that was a lie too.
Well, I mean, she knows. That's the saving grace. Even without her quirk, she knows. Generally, if you have enough time with someone, you kind of know. We all have this quirk, on some level at least. And come to think of it, thinking about it with the quirk, I imagine she would maybe be the best at reading people emotionally without quirks, just because she has so much field data. You know, like she's had the experience so many times of hearing their words as she actually gets the lie detector thing. So she has so much more information than most people through her, you know, multi-decades of life on Earth. She might barely need it now for, you know, most things.
You're the only one I have left to turn to, oh my... Save my sister!
And he was gonna do that anyway.
At a time like this, there are only 3 words that should be coming out of a hero's mouth.
I am here. I won't be right there. I'm already there. I'm here.
What those 3 words are?
Tell us, All Might. What are those 3 words? Imagine the relief. Wow. Wait. We're trying to save it. We're trying to save it, All Might. Okay, he's got this worked out. It's a multi-step process. He caught it with wind. Of course, got to save the kitties. Kind of hero wouldn't save the kitties. And he catches it. That was pretty incredible. Par for the course.
Yeah, he saved
Just
the day by
totally,
himself. He just
yeah, in
turned
seconds.
himself down the sky.
What a crisis turned to nothing. It just became a nothing situation. This is who All Might is. This is what it looks like.
Just like that.
The impossible situation. This is a different league. Totally different thing.
They're saying All Might?
Yeah, of course. All Might must have come to rescue us all.
That was scary.
It was scary, and then like it immediately wasn't. Amazingly. It's really funny. Speaking of like seeing sides of All Might, this I think actually one of the greatest examples I can think of demonstrating the skill difference and the feeling difference between him and other heroes. Like everybody was doing their part and they were awesome and stuff, you know, and they were all coming together and they had their moment. And All Might, I mean, there was never any question, you know, there was never any drama. Just a glimpse of him. Or for the people who can't see his name, that's all it takes. Of course, not taking anything away from the other heroes.
Possible.
Right.
All Might!
I mean, let him know you're up here. Probably already knows, but... And Captain Celebrity blacked out.
Hello.
And he's awake again.
It's nice to meet you.
Interesting that they're meeting for the first time now.
And who are you?
Your biggest
Oh
fan.
my god.
You signed my hoodie?
It's already signed, if I know All Might. He did it already.
What?
Handle that.
YapTube! The return of YapTube! Now that's continuity. I love that.
Support
This is an
everyone
ego
helping
blow.
out. They're all heroes.
He really put a lot into this. It meant a lot to him. He was gloating a lot. Him versus All Might would be interesting.
I feel like you weren't quite this happy when I gave you my autograph.
All right, is
I
anyone
mean...
thirsty? We have some tea here.
You know, bitter pills.
I'm sorry for losing my composure.
Oh,
It's
no, it's
understandable.
okay.
All Might
As a matter of
understands.
fact, I needed the impassioned plea you gave me on the phone. It's the reason I got here on time.
Made him go faster.
When I hear a cry for help, when it comes from somewhere deeply personal, I think answering that is my job. Plus, bringing hope to
Wow, that's
others is
beautiful.
what I love most.
This is so many things at once, and it's so incredible. Like, just at the simplest level, it's such a nice thing to say to Tsukaichi, to let him off the hook, right? Like, no, it's because of your moment of weakness that this happened, that I was so great. I needed it. If you hadn't broken down in the phone and made a selfish plea, everyone could have died. So what I'm saying is the real hero is you. But then, I mean, of course, so much more than that, just the core of who he actually is. And also the interesting idea that it means more of it's personal. I don't think that kind of compassion or love is really that rare. I think everyone experiences that in their life for people they care about. I think maybe a different way to look at Deku and All Might is perhaps not that they have that in greater capacity, but that they're able to break that barrier where that doesn't just apply to the people that they know. They've made some link somewhere where that's everyone. You can probably throw a lot of characters in there actually, not even just from the My Hero universe, right? Like that's probably also Thorfinn. It's realizing and feeling on the same level of reality that everyone is that sort of person for which you could have that. Everyone has a human soul and life and hopes and dreams. Everyone, if you were to know them, like really know them deeply to their core, if they were a member of your family, perhaps, you would likely be able to feel that for them. It's just that we have certain limitations. It's tough to really hold that as a full feeling. It exists sort of as an abstracted concept that doesn't have much weight. It's like, yeah, I understand everyone is a person. Not exactly the same thing. But I think All Might and Deku and other great characters, they found some sort of compression format or something where they can apply that much more broadly.
What the hell are they doing?
He's so salty.
Why all the hugs and cheering like it's the end of a movie?
Because All Might showed up. Because All Might is here. Oh, he's very, very egotistical. He's super triggered. I think maybe he also wants attention, you know? He wants some sort of
All the
validation.
parts regenerate and fuse together. Have it
But
build
this is
up in
not
size.
the way.
Let's see how they feel now.
I mean, this seems like less of a danger, honestly. Just a big... Oh, but it can explode. It also can explode.
Size isn't all it's got going for it.
Okay, he answered my critique directly.
With 200 mini bombs in its guts bursting out all at
Wow, this is
once.
actually a
No
lot
way All Might could handle
of
the
resources.
whole
It's
batch.
very resource intensive.
Every one of them's gonna die today.
And then they'll finally praise me for my genius, power. I don't know. Did All Might already leave? Oh, there he is. It would be great if he just one-shotted this.
With one punch.
He just one-shotted it. This is so great. It's so amazing. Yeah.
That rocks! It's so cool I'm not even mad at it.
Oh,
I can't
good.
believe
Yeah, that's
someone that
right.
overpowered
Yeah.
actually exists.
He's real, yeah.
Even physics bend to his will. That is All Might, and an example of your goalpost.
No pressure.
I prefer giving you the freedom to act as you see fit.
Appreciate.
What? What just happened?
I've been following the factory.
Was that a sniper round? Wow, he just shot him in the neck.
8 meters a
This
second.
is crazy.
An easy headshot.
He just sniped him in the head or neck. Someone saved him. Maybe? Was that deliberate?
A bird. He
Suspicious.
shouldn't be able to move, but he's not dead.
He can turn on the quirk now, though. Oh, there it goes. I thought for sure that was a kill shot. Whoa. Whoa. What is this the guy he's emulating?
Aren't you a fast one? And more than the acceleration quirk.
You have my
seems
power.
like you've gone through some body modifications.
This is crazy. Such a great entrance from Knuckle because it's simultaneously so cool and so dark. Like he's just trying to murder this dude. And then the fact that they bear some sort of connection here. That bird was a Deus Ex Machina, though it was very mortal.
I got that from my hero, Overclock himself. I've waited a long
think
time for
he's
this day,
very
Master.
close. Yes.
The feeling's
it's him.
mutual. You've been in my sights too.
Okay, so we know about each other.
You want my name? You want to know more about me? That's a huge win.
What an honor.
In my early days, I was a weird little thing, still
Oh,
unformed.
okay. This maybe
Test
explains
subject 6.
a
So
lot.
everyone
Oh, he
just
wasn't
calls
even-
me number 6.
That's what he looked like? Kind of cute.
If you ask me, All Might makes for a better role model, and it ain't even close.
Yes, that is probably right.
Being that big must suck. Doesn't matter if he's fighting or if he's on disaster recovery. The man's always cleaning up messes made by idiots who are way beneath him.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Well, he never gets bitter about it. He does get tired, but he never gets cynical. It's real. I mean, it's not an act. He does have cracks, right? I guess what you would say is he never gets hateful because of it. Like he would never put it in those terms of he's cleaning up messes of people beneath him. He's helping people because he loves people and he's really, really tired.
Nobody should have that much power. All Might's no exception. He could save the world or crush it beneath his fist. With all eyes on him,
I understand.
he's surprisingly
Makes some sense.
limited. So what kind of life is that?
There are a lot of costs. Yeah, it is a crushing amount of responsibility. It's a lifelong commitment. You know, you can't be leisurely, let's say.
This quirk ensures I'm always the one who gets the first move. So I can win
So
before
what?
the other guy knows what happened.
Who are you fighting?
There's nothing heroic about someone like that.
Yeah, I know what that
Told
means
you,
better than
don't be
anyone else.
modest.
It's not modesty. I've lived there.
I know everything there is to know about you.
No,
and
you
I'll
don't.
do whatever it takes
This
to
is a
be
fantasy, idealized version.
you. I said, I'm next. Now, it's my
How did you go
turn.
from this to that?
I'd like you to publicly claim me as your successor. Because if I'm gonna be the second generation Overclock, I want everyone to know it's real.
Delusional. Absolutely delusional.
Already got someone under my wing.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh,
You must
he
be
didn't hear
referring
that.
To Koichi.
Oh,
Why would you want a protege like that when I
Okay.
clearly have more respect for you than him?
because he's a good kid.
Sounds like the makings of a pretty awful villain. A scourge on society that needs to be put down.
Man,
Oof,
so that's
harsh,
it?
but-
Labeling me a villain? Well, I guess I could be that too.
Yeah, I don't think he cares. He's not expressing the desire to do good. Judging based solely on what he just said, his goal is to be the first one to get the first move for what? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't even feel like this is fully rational. Hearing this for the first time, it feels less like an actual reason and more like, I don't know, there was some sort of imprintation thing happening where just some image of Knuckle or Overclock hit him in just the right way at just the right moment and made an impression, as does happen all the time. For whatever reason, in that weird state he was in as like the Pillsbury Doughboy science experiment, Overclock seems to have given him something that was important to survive that obviously difficult time. And now I don't know where we are. We're in a weird place. I mean, even like Overclock telling you himself, I mean, it feels like he needs help, honestly. Maybe we can help him. Maybe not be so hasty to put him down.
Gonna try and shoot me with that rifle? Didn't work out well
Again?
for you last time. Or what, are you thinking there's no way you can miss me at this range?
Well, also, Knuckle knows these powers. Speaking of knowing the limitations, there could be a metaphorical parallel there. You know what you've done and you know who you are, regardless of praise or criticism. We can probably put that same idea into quirks. No one would know more potently what the limitations of this quirk are than somebody who has had this quirk for a long time.
Uh-oh, missed again. I really respected you so much, Mr. Once Upon Overclock.
Is he actually talking?
But now
Imagine
you're just
hearing
some
this.
old loser
He is
without-
talking out loud. Is it audible? Can you hear it at like times 12 speed? Excuse me? What did you say? Come again? Maybe the first shot was a tranquilizer or something?
Carry on your name.
Knuckles
This
saw
message
this.
is for Overclock. Can you hear me?
What is that?
It's a super sped up message.
It's pretty tricky. and
This would be
there's
so
more to it
funny
than initially meets
if this
the
is a
eye.
taunt from Knuckle.
Your brain's going through a lot, and it eventually needs to rest. The more you make your brain accelerate,
Maybe this
the faster
message is
it'll wear
itself
out.
a trap, you know, to drain attention or something.
Or when you've been trying way
Okay.
too hard to listen
Or maybe
to a
just
recording,
right. Okay, yeah, here it
play
is.
back
It could be
at
both.
300 times speed.
Oops.
I'm not giving you a second to breathe.
And he just blew up the whole building. There's some karma here, though.
We're gonna be falling
Falling
for the next
after a
3
bomb
floors.
explodes.
Your speed means nothing without footing.
And just a shotgun out of the side pocket of his jacket.
It's a rough landing with no legs.
Wow. Oh my god. This is brutal. This is just torture at this point. He's just shooting him in kneecaps, though, I mean, critically, he's still
You went
alive.
straight for the
He's
headshot
not
before,
murdering
but now
him.
you're content taking me alive.
Right.
Do you even know what you're doing?
Call it a change in my priorities.
If you don't need to kill him, that's somewhat reassuring. He doesn't want to kill him.
My brain's recovered enough to...
Taking out a dangerous villain is high on the priority list. But I'd like some intel about your boss first.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Shut down Overclock.
So it's not clear.
Exhaustion
Oh my
works,
god.
but so does-
Oh, he's just beating the hell out of him with the butt of the shotgun. Yeah, this is more what I expected when I heard the word vigilantes.
Really should have went ahead and put a bullet in my brain when you still had the chance.
Speaking of Invincible.
So what you're grabbing is an explosive kill.
I see your explosion, and I answer it with an explosion. Call an explosion, but not for me. Oh yeah, this building will get demolished. We will be falling. That was part of both of our plans, apparently. Somehow. Amazingly. You know, he sort of makes a good argument for being Knuckles' protege. Maybe they're very alike after all. They're both crazy. Wow, this is such a great episode on so many levels. I really do think this is one of my favorite All Might appearances in terms of, you know, saving the day. I think it's reminiscent of the end of season 1, where All Might shows up to save them from training and just immediately you realize, oh, this guy's just different. It's not all talk. I love the philosophy that he explained. Knuckles' entrance also so cool because, you know, he was around, I guess, this season. You know, like he's alive. We know that Knuckle exists, so to have him show up in such a dramatic way against somebody who is claiming to emulate him is just so cool. He does really walk that fine line, and you know, I keep wanting to give him credit, like, oh, he's not actually that bad, and I do suspect that he does have a really decent core in there somewhere. I think there's enough evidence for that in him as a character with what we have so far, but a lot of the time the things you want to attribute to his goodness are actually explained away by him as like, I just need my questions answered, so there's still a little bit of ambiguity there, which is very fun. I think actually one of the telltale signs for him is the way he talks about himself, and I think maybe that's the biggest difference between the two of them, which I think we can say is symbolized by their powers of like, we're not the same because you like this, I don't like this. You think this is heroic. I know for a fact this isn't heroic. This isn't good what you're trying to become and what I was. Same goes for the powers, where you haven't really lived in my world long enough. You're just kind of cosplaying in it. If you really were me, you would understand the costs. You would understand the burden and the pain. You'd understand all of it, which actually maybe just pure coincidence or maybe just so general it applies to a lot of things, but not that dissimilar from All Might this episode and his ability to empathize being his motivation. The richer understanding, the deeper level tied to what you're doing, which for All Might is this beautiful, expansive thing, and for Knuckle is kind of this dark, regret-fueled journey that needs to be reconciled.